Happy Friday. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I'm Justine with State of Grace Tarot, and this is my 31 Days of Tarot challenge that I am doing a tarot spread every day of January, just so I can learn and hopefully get better at reading the cards. Apologies if you can hear my dogs playing around behind me. They're a little bit rambunctious as usual. Today, similar to yesterday, I really enjoyed getting my own personal vibe, getting just some, doing a check-in, getting some energy of the situation at hand. What energies are we dealing with? What demons are we battling? I'm using the Iris Oracle today, by the same creator as the Vessel Oracle, and she also created the Spirit Speak tarot deck, which I have, but I have not really used it a whole heck of a lot yet. I do plan on maybe doing a deck study with that deck at some point. We'll see. I have a lot of decks that I want to do deck studies with. There's only so much time in the day. All right, so let's check in on our energies, y'all. It's so funny. I've pulled cards from this Oracle deck three times, and this is the second time that this card has come up for me. Suppression of a star being by hands unworthy. The very first card says, "You are a star, born not of this earth. Being a star, your light is bright and beautiful. You may not even notice at this time all the magic you hold within you. Sometimes it can feel like the world is closing in on you, that people are out to get you, to control you, and make you smaller, less. You know, energy, it's dealing with energies wanting to push you down a little bit. And I think I've done a couple of readings this morning, and that's the vibe that I'm getting, I guess. So, how can we deal with feeling suppressed? You know, maybe we're not actually being suppressed. Maybe it's just a feeling of being suppressed and feeling restricted. I think we can all feel like that sometimes. It's all in how we deal with it. All right, our question for today from Raleigh. I want to move to Florida because I hate colder climates, but I'm so afraid of the hurricane season. What would happen if I just decided to stay where I am for the rest of my life? So Raleigh must live somewhere where it's cold. And, you know, as a Houstonian, we also get hurricanes, and I would tell her, you know, it's not as scary as you would think. I mean, don't get me wrong, hurricanes are and can be absolutely devastating. They can wreck your home, upend your life, cause great turmoil. I mean, they're deadly. I've been very lucky to not have had much storm damage when the storms come through. I've been able to, you know, go stay with family where it's safe. I've been very lucky in that regard. So I do not belittle anybody that's, you know, gone through way more difficult times than me as far as hurricanes. But, you know, it's a natural disaster type thing, and those can happen anywhere. Floods, tornadoes, snowstorms, tsunamis, volcanoes. So let's see if we can help Raleigh deal with, you know, the energies. Her question is, what would happen if she just decided to stay where she is for the rest of her life? Oh, we're not doing jumpers today. All right. We have the Tower. We have the Eight of Swords. We have Temperance. We have the Six of Swords. The Two of Wands. The Seven of Wands. The Chariot. The Nine of Pentacles. And the Hierophant. So one thing I'm picking up here is it may not be just the hurricane that she's afraid of, but just change in general. So I see her looking out, wanting to go somewhere. I feel like if she's decided to stay put, that she would feel very restricted and constricted, that she's deciding to stay put for maybe the wrong reasons, because she's afraid of change. She's afraid of natural disasters like the hurricane. But she's looking out and she's wanting more. So I feel like she wouldn't, be very content if she were to stay. Up here, we have the Tower, the Eight of Swords, and Temperance. And to me, this says if there's a path forward, like if she can just look past the restriction, the fear, that there might be something, quite beautiful, that, she's able to go and enjoy the sunshine that is Florida, and that, she might find something that's really valuable to her there, or anywhere. Maybe it's not Florida. There's places that are warm that aren't Florida. I'm also seeing like maybe there's someone in her life that's holding her back. Like maybe there's people, telling her that they don't want her to leave, that, it's the wrong decision, that moving is going to be bad for her in some ways. And maybe that's the suppression of a star being energy that we're feeling also. But the Seven of Wands, feels very combative and, fighting off others. Or maybe these are her own mental struggles. But down here we have, the Chariot, which, speaks to, needing to move forward. I see movement here. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Root. Maybe she feels very safe and strong in her current place, but it's, a bit lonely. Maybe she can find this. Maybe she'll love being warm in her home in Florida or wherever she chooses to live, but it'll be lonely. And she won't have somebody to lean on, in times of crisis, which is, the Hierophant to me, someone who can give her guidance and, teach her things. If you prepare for a hurricane, maybe the impact of them will be a little bit less. There's steps you can take to prepare for a hurricane. Maybe there's somebody who's, telling her that she's not ready, that she doesn't want to, that she shouldn't want to leave. But to me, I do feel like if she decided to stay, that she would be discontent and she would feel stuck. That's the feeling that I'm getting from the reading today. Let me know your thoughts and what you think. Let me know if you read the cards differently than how I'm reading them. Are you getting a different message than me? Should she stay where she is for the rest of her life? Will she be just content in her own garden if she stays? Let me know. It feels like a no to me, but I feel like this could go either way, and it would be more helpful with input from her, but we don't have any input from her because she is a page in a book. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I will see you again tomorrow.